Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Naughty or
Nice.
Alexis seems to be having a little bit of technical difficulty. She told me, let's start. And as soon as
we did,
we lost her somehow in the interwebs.
Yeah, we lost her.
And we've lost her completely. So I'm sure she probably has to reboot or something.
Yeah.
And she will be right back with us shortly. In the meantime, wait. Oh, here she is. We lost her.
I'm getting very tired of StreamYard.
A wild Lexus flame appears.
Well,
very tired of StreamYard.
It's working fine for me. I don't know.
We never had these problems with Zoom.
Zoom had its own issues.
Oh, they all have their own issues.
I remember the first drag queen mash game we tried to do during the pandemic. I think we started a half hour late.
Oh yes.
All the drag queens were on time.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the damn thing to boot up correctly.
Right.
And
I know, even I was on time.
Yes. You were the last one in, but you were on time.
Exactly.
I'll see you Sunday, handsome.
I'll be hiding in the broom closet.
So
the broom closet. That's the worst place you can hide from a witch, Danny.
I have much to learn.
Yes.
Yeah, you really do. He's gonna hide from a witch in the broom closet.
Yeah.
It's
like, take me, Biff.
You don't want to be found, honey.
Yeah, it's like, I just want you to take me, Biff.
Pretty much.
Yes.
No,
I would never hurt Danny. We love Danny. He's a great person.
We love Danny. For those who don't know, this is Danny Schrafel.
Everybody say hello to Danny. He's a sweetheart.
Hi, y'all.
Representing the Long Island Gay Men's Chorus tonight.
Yeah, Danny's not aware of it, but he may take Nick Lyon's place as my next ex-husband.
Oh, lucky you.
There you have it. We're making news here, friends. Well, I was supposed to be on this show last year, but
what happened?
I got ridiculously horrible pneumonia and was laid out in the hospital for a goodly while. And then, so I am very happy to be pretty much anywhere at this point. I mean, a year later.
I can.
Well, Danny, we're happy to have you with us.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
You are.
I thank you all for during the last year's adventure. You were texting me updates of the drag show. I'm laid out in Winthrop. You hear this? Do you hear the music went out during Darnell's number and he just kept singing? I'm like, that's my Darnell.
Yes.
I wasn't part of last year's number. After the drama of getting cleared for COVID, I wasn't able to make it.
You had technical difficulties with your transportation,
which I cleared up for this year just a few moments prior to coming on camera.
Excellent. Yeah.
Otherwise, I actually would have been on time despite my malady this evening.
Is this a malady?
But I did have to make sure that I firmed up my transportation.
Excellent. Cool.
Very good.
You know, it's so difficult getting a new broomstick cleared.
Yeah, especially with the electric broomsticks. It's like, where are you going to charge them up and all that sort of thing? We need the infrastructure.
Finally, somebody who understands the tragedy.
Right. I mean, electric vehicles are great, but you got to have the infrastructure to charge those suckers up.
Very true.
But
I have to thank the wig wizard for tonight's Endora look.
Yes.
The fabulous Frank Beccari.
Yes. He coiffed this big blonde for me.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, well, I was originally going to be a platinum blonde, but I felt I looked too much like Mae West.
Hi, Evan.
Thank you for joining us.
So, Danny, why don't you tell everyone what is going on this Sunday?
This Sunday, this is a first for us. We've typically done these drag shows in the evening, and they've become very successful. And thanks to the wonderful support and generosity of so many people. But this year, for a little something different, we have moved it to the daytime. We're doing a drag brunch at 2:00 on Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah.
You get your monster.
The chorus will be sent to Bill for the janitor and a drum strength sunscreen I'm going to have to wear.
And she'll still sparkle. But 2 o'clock at Sayville VFW. Very Googleable. I can't remember the address right now, but it's like right off
400
Lakeland. It's on Lakeland. Yeah, it's right off. It's right off the LA.
You can't miss it.
Right off the LA by the fire station.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be doing a drag brunch, the Going Platinum Drag Brunch. So your hair is very much on brand here. So basically, the idea is that we're going to be selecting platinum selling records and artists, numbers and artists.
Oh, I don't know if I'm familiar with any platinum selling music from my celebrity repertoire.
I think you could cobble something together.
Yeah, I think we got a couple.
Oh, I'm sure I can. I mean, hell. Yeah. I've been known to pull rabbits out of hats in the past.
Yes, and that's
even out from under wigs.
Yeah, and that's where we're going to leave that. But the one blessing we have is that we have sold out about 3/4 of the room already. So
not many seats left.
There's about 24 seats
just
left.
in. Chris Boyer is a liar.
Liar, liar. Pants on fire.
You know, that's always been a great disappointment of mine, that liars' pants don't actually go ablaze.
Oh, please. In my line of work, we'd be having like a 4-alarm fire all the time.
That's right.
Some of our adversaries are a little bit, creative with the truth, we'll just say. But back to the drag show, we have about 24 seats left, which is a wonderful thing. We've sold. This thing has become a very popular attraction for us every spring, and we're very grateful.
The year I hosted with Toni, we were at capacity, and the year Madison hosted with Toni, we were turning people away.
We did
literally turn people away.
And it's a. I mean, I always hate disappointing people who can't can't make it in the show, but it's a wonderful problem to have. Is to have that sort of clamor for a performance. So we're on track for another one. So I would definitely encourage everybody. Look us up on Facebook, on Instagram, LIGMC.org. If you have not already gotten your tickets, I would strongly recommend you get them, because I do expect they will sell out before Sunday. And
I would have to back Danny up on that, because it's a great event. It's always for a great cause. And if I do say so myself, it's usually a cast of great entertainers.
Yeah, we have a lot of great new guys. I mean, we've been really in a strong couple of years since COVID. I think what happened was people who have been kind of on the fence about trying the chorus said, hey, we just, went through kind of a world-changing experience. If not now, when? And they gave it a shot, and we've been kind of in the 17 to 20 chorister member range for about 2 years now. It's been really a solid group of guys.
Yeah, it's nice to see, a big group.
Yeah, I mean, helps the sound. It helps bring new stuff to it, new perspective. Some really great new fellows who will be performing in the group numbers and of course solo. So really just adds a whole new dimension to it.
Danny, if I might ask, who are our soloists with the chorus this year?
Let's see. I'm sort of a soloist because I'm doing with Toni.
I can tell you exactly.
Yeah, she's got the list.
I have the
list. I know Corey Notman. I want to say the Columbus Gay Men's Chorus alumni, who has a absolutely boffo voice. He did, I think, was it If You're Good to Mama? I think he did the last cabaret. He's got another equally fantastic performance up this. Like a little sneak peek on Wednesday. I know Alex Sciano is going to be doing something. He sounds really good.
Stephen and Mike are doing a duet.
Yes.
2 duets?
Yes.
2 duets.
Which adds up to 1 ahead. So I'm very.
Corey is doing a solo.
Yes, and again from the Columbus Gay Men's Chorus originally, and he has a hell of a voice.
Columbus is in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, very talented.
So there'll be guest chorus members this year.
Yeah, he's
that should be a
his
lot.
husband moved to Long Island, and now they have joined us. So
and Mike Conley,
a founding member of our chorus,
members of the chorus, yes.
And if you see our wonderful flyers that we've put out for every event we do. He does all of them. He's a graphic designer by trade.
Okay.
So that's one of his great contributions to our chorus is he, in addition to voice, he does a lot of our promotional materials. So, which is a godsend, saves me lots of headaches. Tony and I are doing something. I would say Tony's kind of my chorus wife anyway. So
a modest housewife.
Yes.
Alexis.
Emphasis on modest.
Very soon. And Tony, I might say you're looking rather svelte this evening.
Yeah, well, having the gallbladder removed automatically took some weight off.
She's full of it. She's full of it. She had lipo.
I wish.
Oh, please. I wish if you had emergency surgery. While you're in there, could you just suck a few pounds
I know.
off?
I was like, as long as you're taking out the gallbladder. I mean,
why don't you take out a couple of pounds too?
Let's just suck out a couple of pounds while we're there.
They never really.
You know what? I'm not mad at that.
No.
I mean, although I've never had any type of cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, and somewhere
I'd pull back that stare of death if I were you, Tony.
Somewhere in fairyland, Pinocchio's nose is growing, I think.
Recently, I've been coerced into purchasing, although I'm partially to blame myself because I'm the one who turned Tony on to glam light. But I've recently been coerced into purchasing a particular eyeshadow palette.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, see, only a force of great naughtiness could influence the likes of me.
I was going to say, you're pretty hard. They said about Margaret Thatcher, the lady's not for turning. I mean, you're pretty.
And such naughtiness has not been known in New York since Madison Mansfield's moved to Florida.
Well, yeah.
Now, who do we know here in New York who's known for their, how shall we say, vast collection of eyeshadow palettes?
Well, it ain't me.
And this little confection was delivered at the ungodly hour of 8:30 a.m., which, to my recollection, are modest Long Island housewife hours. Because they're certainly not horror diva hours.
No.
I would think a horror diva would be retiring at around 8:30 in the morning.
I had just fallen asleep to me.
Hanging upside down from the ceiling naturally, so you keep your youth.
No. Laid out in my plush casket. And for anyone, this is a lenticular image. So I don't know if you can see, but as the light hits it differently, the lid of the palette itself changes color.
It goes from saying "kiss" to "rock and roll," and it has
it does, as in rock and roll all night.
Right, that's like, what kind of palette is that? It's like what?
It's an eyeshadow palette.
There you go.
Who is known for their eyeshadow palettes? I ask you that.
Yes, as she bats her eyelashes modestly.
And and the colors are amazing.
Oh, cool.
And they're so pigmented.
They are
nice.
I hope you hear this, Glam Light Cosmetics.
Very nice. Very
Ashley Jade is gonna kill me.
Yeah,
but that's okay. I'm still wearing Chaotic Cosmetics eyeliner.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. Hello, Miss Jerry.
Well, hello, darling. You better be wearing your Crystal Fire jewelry.
She will.
Who is this Chris Boyer fella? Human. Because the shade is coming fast and furious, y'all.
Chris Boyer is one of my arch nemesis, but we actually love the bitch.
It's kind of one of those
really
people
do.
That if they were being nice to us, we'd be worried. It's like, what's wrong?
Pretty much. Danny, Chris Boyer being nice would be like me being nice.
Well, that's
Chris Boyer's not nice. Chris Boyer is
nice.
nice.
Yes, I work for the government. I know the difference.
Well, I'm glad you do, because there is a vast difference between being nice and being nice. Well, Chris, the reason you missed us in the past 2 weeks is because Toni Homeperm is a, how shall we say, booked bitch.
We like
Toni Homeperm is the James Brown of drag. She is the hardest working queen in show business right now. And you know what? And I'm not mad at her. If anything, I'm very proud of her.
Right.
Because the girl is turning it. She really is.
Yeah.
We'll call her Vicky Sue Robinson because she's turning the beat around.
I do enjoy. I've been
Oh, see, Alexis.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. Going for.
Yeah, I think the red hair and the green blazer.
I know, right? I'm giving very Endora.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think I was. Yeah, I think.
But mind you, not the Agnes Moorehead Endora. I think I'm giving more the Shirley MacLaine Endora.
There you go. I think the first time I saw the first time you did drag publicly. I think.
You must be talking to Toni, because the first time I did drag, Danny, you weren't even born.
I was talking to Toni. No, I think it was at the chorus. I wasn't in the chorus yet, but I.
Oh, was it the show at Babylon?
It wasn't bad. It was before Babylon. It was still at Sayville. I was kind of. People were trying to. Bill McCarthy was trying to talk me into joining the chorus. He says, "Hey, we're doing a drag show. Come on down and see." And I think you did Royals by Lord.
That was the first number I ever did in drag.
Yeah. So I did see it.
Yeah.
And so it's nice. I get to see the beginning. I get to see the evolution.
That was the one that Ariel hosted.
Yes, I was the other thing that hooked me in, because Ariel Sinclair was the first drag queen I ever saw perform.
Yes.
Just a moment, kids. Chris, who's house shopping in Florida? Because I've been home shopping in the Vegas area, and I don't think Toni's looking to relocate as of yet.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. Although I tell you, I love Wilton Manors. I really do.
I'm looking in the Vegas area, because as opposed to what you can get in the New York City area, because I have no intention of coming back to Long Island. Well, other than the retirement apartment I'm waiting for, which would be a great second home. I'm looking in the Vegas area, because basically for 1.5 million in Vegas, I can have a 5,000 square foot home with balconies overlooking my living room and an in-ground pool with cabana, and only $5,000 a year in property tax.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist in New York, kiddies.
I think $5,000 a year in property tax, you get a cardboard box on somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't even get a car for $5,000 a year. Well, no, that I have a whole game plan in store for that. Instead of the Playboy Mansion, it'll be the Gay Boy Mansion.
Gay-Boy Mansion.
Daily Evita performances from one balcony.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Honey, they can cry if they want to. I wouldn't care. My lighter's out of fluid.
Oh, what did you always used to say? I had a severe attitude problem or something like that.
Oh, you've seen the Joan Rivers show.
Oh, very much so. And what I loved about that episode, which was like 91, 92 thereabouts, she was so non-judgmental about the whole thing. It was like
Joan Rivers was always non-judgmental.
Yeah.
She was a great lady. She really was. As a matter of fact, my son Jed and my son-in-law Joseph Aiello, they were married by.
I don't know them. Yes.
Yeah, I know Jed and Joe and I have talked about that. And because her onstage persona was like this, kind of this tornado in heels. And from everything I told,
tornado in heels off stage too. She was a great woman.
One of the loveliest people. It's like, the thing I always loved was her affiliation with God's Love We Deliver. I mean, every Thanksgiving, getting her
Bob,
family
that's
together.
an awful sweet thing to say, but I dim in comparison to Joan Rivers. She was indeed a great lady.
She's the greatest. Yeah.
She was a legend.
Yeah. We want to talk to the hardest working woman in show business, too. I mean, whoo-wee.
No, well, right now that would still be Toni Homeperm.
Right. She's taking the mantle up pretty nicely, I think. But I have to tell you, I'm excited about this drag show coming up this weekend. I know you and Tomcat, there's gonna be, and Alexis and Stella, the whole, but it's gonna be a hoot. I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna be.
and also Tom is one of the best B. Arthur impersonators I've ever seen. I mean,
Don't even go there, Danny, because and Tom tells me how I gush, but I've said it a million times. I'll say it a million times more. If B. Arthur had left behind a voice-activated vault, I bet you dollars to donuts that Tomcat could gain access to it. Tomcat is just that fabulous. And an event that I was part of at Lincoln Center years ago, I had the privilege of speaking to B. Arthur on the phone. And I've spoken to Tomcat many times on the phone. You can't tell the difference.
No.
You can't tell the difference. And if you look at a video, if you go to Tomcat's YouTube page, because he's also a great cosplayer.
Yeah.
If you go to Tomcat's YouTube page, he's doing something, I believe, from the Sailor Moon franchise. But he alludes to the song from Mame, "The Man in the Moon is a Lady."
There you go.
And I listened to that, I don't even know how many times. Okay. And I thought at first he was lip syncing, and he wasn't.
Wow.
He was not. He was singing live, and I couldn't tell the difference between Tomcat singing it and B. Arthur singing.
There you go. It was the other one
that I had to share with him a copy of a brooch my mother had bought me.
Yeah.
Because Mame with Lucille Ball was one of my favorite movies to watch with my late mother. And the song, "The Man in the Moon is a Lady," is from that. And my mother had gifted me in the 80s a brooch. And that looked basically like the Man in the Moon in drag. And I gifted Tomcat with a replica of the brooch.
There you go.
And I believe I've seen him wear it on several occasions.
Yeah.
But Tomcat is also a great entertainer, and he's the ultimate B. Arthur impersonator.
I mean, the Deadpool B. Arthur thing was
he never passed away.
Yeah, the Deadpool B. Arthur cosplay was fantastic as well.
Well, I have to say, whenever we do either the Dorothy or Sophia show, or we do Stay Golden, like down in Florida, after like the show, people they go up to they love Sophia. They love Jerry as Rose and our Blanche.
And I'm sure Toni, being the gracious drag mother she is, she tells all the fans, well, if you have any tips you didn't give to Tom, I'll be happy to take them for it.
No, but they always go. It was without fail. People go up to Tom and they're just like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
I thought I was what it was like. B. Arthur was really here. You sound just like her. You look just like her.
Yeah.
It's like
I think she's
he looks like her. He sounds like her.
Yeah, I think he's saying "What'll I Do?" That famous scene in one of the late series Golden Girls episodes where Dorothy becomes the smash hit at Blanche's the Rusty Anchor.
Yes.
And she sang "What'll I Do?" And I think Tom sang "What'll I Do?" one of our shows, and it was just like,
well, he's done it. He's also done it a lot with when we do Dorothy and Sophia.
Yeah, it's like just a jaw drop moment.
Yeah.
Tomcat does not impersonate B. Arthur. Tomcat becomes
exactly. That's why you feel like you're almost cheap. You feel like kind of cheapening it, saying in person. So there's a guy. I remember when I worked.
By the way, Tomcat, if you're watching, I just ordered several sequin suits where the trousers will need alteration.
So now that we've said all these nice things about Tom, we've got work for you, dear. But I remember
now we can rip her to shreds.
Yeah, no. Tom.
Now we can say how we really feel about it. He's a bitch.
I was like, Tom reminds me of a guy. It was in Huntington. I worked in Huntington in a newspaper that was founded by Walt Whitman 100-something years ago. The Long Islander was Walt Whitman had it for like a year and a half, and then he went off and did whatever else he did.
Hometown. You knew a very good friend of mine. We'll talk about that later.
Yes. So Walt Whitman founded this paper. We had a gentleman who, at various public events, if we were doing something at the Huntington Fall Festival, we'd get a booth together, try to promote the paper, all that sort of thing. We had this guy whose name escapes me, who was a dead ringer for Walt Whitman with the beard and the long white hair and the hat. So he would, do gigs basically as a Walt Whitman impersonator. We never called him an impersonator because that's
Hi,
cheesy.
Cora.
Hey, Cora. And it reminds me kind of the same level of this, just embodying the character. It's just really something.
The only other impersonator I think we've ever had on the show who embodied their character the same way that Tomcat embodies B. Arthur.
I know who you're going to say.
David Mayoko as
David
Liberace.
Mayoko as Liberace. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew Lee in my Vegas days. And when I asked David to sing for me, I'll Be Seeing You.
Yeah.
I almost started crying.
That was the show that Liberace closed the show with, right?
Yeah. It
was for one of our Pride episodes.
There you go. Wow.
No, but it's the song Liberace himself always closed.
Yeah, and it was as if Lee never left. And it was quite haunting, but in a happy way, not a creepy way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the funny thing with Liberace is now there's this been going viral.
That's not true. That's not true. Excuse me, Danny. That's not true, Chris. I've harassed all of my costume makers.
And I think I've been harassed by some of your, and I personally think I've been harassed by some of your costume makers.
But there's a difference. You've been harassed by. I've harassed the rest.
Well, place the hand on the seat of the chair, and it's like, no, we're going to move your hand now, dear. Thank you. I just looked down at the hand like, really, Queen? Ask me.
Jamie, hello.
Hello, Jamie.
And Jamie, how's Pauline? Jamie Ryan is one of my oldest friends, and he's the husband of Joey Paulina, also known as Paulina, the Princess of Power.
Yeah.
Another New York City legend of drag entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd love to get Paulina on the show one day. You heard that, right, Jamie? We'd love to have Paulina on the show one day.
Miss Toni, your homework assignment is.
Thank you, Danny. I could have done it better myself.
But yeah, it's just.
When are you getting us a booking, Clement?
We have a yes, definitely from Jamie here. So I think the homework assignment is going nicely.
Yeah, I may actually have to try to drag myself to Pangea.
I would say the other nice part about this, we'll go back to our drag show a little bit. One lovely thing we do, we have great support from the local businesses in Sayville. We before the concerts, any performances we do, we're always out in the neighborhoods, talking to business owners, getting flyers up and out, and just basically telling people we're in town, what we're up to. And Sayville really came through beautifully. We had at least a half a dozen businesses donate some really great raffle prizes. The boys kind of pooled together to get some other stuff too. So in addition to music and fun and mirth and banter, you've got a great shot of some really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you, the Dorothy and Sophia stuff is really getting some traction in the Sayville area. I know, because definitely a couple of stops. They immediately picked up on you guys and said,
anyone who hasn't seen Toni Homeperm and Tomcat as Dorothy and Sophia, well, that's just unfortunate. You need to rectify that immediately. Yes, you do. They are a force of nature. They are hilarious. I'm loath to admit that Tomcat's chemistry on stage with Toni Homeperm rivals my chemistry on stage with Toni Homeperm. They are truly a must-see act. They really are.
It's always a lot of fun.
Right.
I mean, it's fun for us. The audiences always have
Right.
so much fun. The laughs. It's one of the just one of the best things.
Now I want you all to listen carefully. I'm not just one of Toni Homeperm's stage partners. You'll never hear me admit this again. I'm also a fan.
Yeah, record that, folks. You're never gonna hear it again.
No, you really don't.
Unless we swap Miss Alexis's water out for vodka one night. I think then we'll be in business.
Unless you actually put blood in my Bloody Mary, you'll never hear me admit that. Yes.
Let's give that extra je ne sais quoi.
That's French for card with no money in it.
Well, it all goes back to one of the very first drag shows I did, and Miss Alexis Flame took me aside. And she told me, she said,
no. Actually, you had actually, and I can't believe she was this brave. She had actually asked my opinion.
And how did that work out for you, Toni?
Well,
Actually, it worked out for her quite well because she had asked my opinion. And I said to her, I see a lot of potential, but you really need to step your pussy up. And she didn't get butthurt like a lot of other queens too. I won't mention it. I want to, and I can, but I won't.
The second hour of the program, friends.
But no, I said to her, I see great potential, but you really need to step your pussy up.
Right.
And she didn't get butthurt or get an attitude. She went home and she stepped her pussy all the way up. And I could just see it. Who does that old hag think she is? I'll show her stepped up pussy.
Well, I mean, that's
that old bitch. I'll show her stepped up pussy.
I'll show her.
But that's the thing about
Toni,
opinion. When you ask for
I'll consider myself shown.
All right. And when you care about somebody,
that's true. I am regretting it to this day.
You accidentally birthed competition here.
No, but you know what? You know what is real shade?
I created a monster, and I could not be more proud.
But you know what? Real shade is when somebody is like, you know, and they come to you and they say, "Oh, what do you think? What do you think of my look?" And you're just like, "Oh, you look fabulous, girl. Don't change a thing."
I broke my.
It's a sign of real care about somebody that when you care about somebody and they ask you opinion, you tell them the truth constructively, and then they take it and run with it and do something.
No. But see, telling a drag queen the truth could be a very dangerous thing. I found that out the hard way.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't give my opinion anymore unless I miss. I can't believe I broke my fan that last comment. That's an omen right there. But plus the fact that I don't know my own strength. But there are not enough words in language known to man to describe how proud I am of Toni Homeperm. And I'm not surprised that every year the chorus asks her to host with a different queen because Toni brings entertainment. I mean, Toni is, in my opinion, the future of drag. I mean, she totally
survives.
Well, I could compare Toni
the bionic drag queen. She is the future.
Every time I want to do a new project, this bitch goes and gets major surgery.
You're
running out of parts.
Organ here.
You're running out of operations to have, Toni.
A little gap.
Soon we're going to call her Jamie Summers. She's going to be the bionic drag queen.
Oh, sorry, girl. I'm having a heart transplant this weekend.
Overachiever.
Yeah, maybe next week. Maybe the weekend after.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time I wanted to redo a tape, she goes and has open heart surgery. Then I wanted to do something. The bitch had the nerve to have her gallbladder taken out. You're running out of parts, Toni.
I know.
You're eventually
Have
going
you gotten
to have
appendix
to
left?
work with me, girl.
Still have the appendix.
Okay, that's kind of a useless auxiliary organ. I got mine out right before he who shall not be named got sworn into office. I remember. So at least
You know,
I
still have
had
all of my
painkillers for his
original parts. I
inaugurals. That
still
was
have
great.
my tongue.
It's like-
probably why I
it's like,
can't
okay.
sing anymore.
the bad man's talking. Mom, my appendix hurts.
Yeah.
Then I just slept through it,
Oh, good.
and then you wake up to
Stop! I slept through the damn earthquake.
oh.
I slept through the earthquake. Then
I
we
missed
had
the
the
aftershock.
aftershock. I'm in the supermarket with my roommate. Didn't feel a damn thing that time either.
Yeah,
Okay, I've got my son Michael calling me, wanting to know if I'm okay. I'm like, of course I'm okay. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Well,
So I'll tell
that's
you what, I
news
missed
to
the
me.
aftershock, but I was at the office in Mineola when the IRCA were having a staff meeting, and the room just starts, shake, 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 rumble, rumble, rumble. And our boss was like, "Do y'all feel that?" And it's like, "Yeah, probably it's an 18-wheeler going past too fast on
That's
Old
what I
Country
thought.
Road."
I thought it was a truck outside.
And then our phones started lighting up. Like, did you feel that? Did you feel that? And we're like, it wasn't a truck.
Not a truck.
I
It was
slept
Mother
through the
Nature, and she was
earthquake.
pissed.
I
Mhm.
slept through the
Yeah, it wasn't. Thank God.
earthquake. I was grocery shopping during the aftershock.
Yeah.
I felt like Schultz from Hogan's Heroes. I felt nothing. I mean, I was oblivious.
Yes, and for the game
I
show,
mean, but
notes,
the eclipse, but Toni Homeperm was right. When we had the eclipse, that was me removing my brassiere. I borrowed it from the
yeah. But I just, I was like,
I
for the game show, nerds in
I borrowed the brassiere from B. Arthur.
Yes.
the house. I'm saying Hogan's Heroes.
To
Richard
understand
Dawson
that joke, you would have had to see the first match game that the chorus put on.
True.
Yes, the one that started a half hour late.
The Arthur's brassiere.
Yes, I think the second one was when we had 6.
Well, that was the reason it started late. B. Arthur's brassiere.
Yeah, B. Arthur's beer is the answer to everything. The
Yes.
second one was like 6 alphas going at it, and that was like, I think that might have been the famous C-bomb moment where I
Yes.
fell off my chair and like, welcome to the end of our careers. Madison still reminds me of that. I'm now officially the chorus censor for her.
The end of our careers. I'm still waiting for mine to begin. After
I just remember now everywhere I see Madison, I'm the chorus censor. So
the chorus censor.
I'm not very
That's
good
so
at
nice.
it.
You know what Mae West did with the censors, don't you, Danny?
She slept with them? I don't know.
Aside from that. Remember, Danny, Alexis Flame is part of this show. Da, da, da!
Run, Farrell. I remember, was it the Gong Show? They had a very interesting way of game show. No, they had a very interesting way of dealing with the censors because NBC standards and practices would observe all the acts, and they had some rather unusual talent, if you'll call it that, on the program.
Have you ever seen an uncensored reel of the Gong Show? Sadly,
I
J.P.
have
Morgan's boobs, what little of them they were, should have never been seen by any mere mortal.
No.
Speaking as an immortal, I could say nobody should ever seen that. Because there's only one thing worse on earth than big sloppy tits. You know what that is? Little sloppy tits. Because if you can make a mess with nothing, then you are nothing but a mess.
little flat pancake ones.
Yes.
J.P. Morgan's boobs should have never been seen by the human race.
God love her.
J.P. Morgan should have never been seen by the human race.
But I just
what was she had to be like the Gabons? What was she famous for? Being
but she
famous?
was a singer. She's actually a very successful singer in the 50s, and did a lot of standards. She had a lot. She had a bunch of.
Well, she might have been a gifted singer, but her boobs should have never been seen.
Well,
no.
Well, I guess you could be small of bosom and be a very talented vocalist, but what
Yeah,
they would
but
do
so,
is they
well,
would send-
put it this way: for those who have seen them, they didn't have to take their appetite suppressant.
exactly. But I remember that what they would do is they would send out acts that were obviously unfit for television, so that the censors would feel like they were doing their job. Oh no, Chuck, you can't put that one on. That's absolutely no.
I would actually like to do a revival of the
Yeah.
Gong.
Show.
Yeah, they
What
did
do
one
you
a couple
think,
years
Tony?
ago, which is kind of
Tony's trying to figure out what surgery she can have next.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And the question, so they would.
You can live with only one kidney, right?
I think so. Yeah.
No,
Good
of
to know.
course you can.
Um,
Hell, I'm only living with a lung and a half, and
There you have it.
but the problem is that one day I think the censors, as Chuck Barristano said, the censors were out for a smoke break, and one of the obviously unfit for air talent made it on the
Get
air,
it on. Mm.
at least in the East Coast, and then they dumped it once it got out of the New York Times.
And-
They're like, what the hell is
another
that?
show of the same era that I'd like to see come back. Although sadly we lost Rip Taylor. Who
Oh, I know.
remembers the $1.98 beauty show?
So,
Yes, the bastard child of the Gong Show, pretty
Yes.
much.
But yes.
Oh, it was absolutely. I know of that show because I remember one of my coworkers and I were talking about when Rip passed away a couple years ago. It was kind of perversely brilliant because you said, let's take a concept of, very heteronormative whatever, and let's get the most obviously gay man in the world to host this thing with his gayness cranked up to 11.
Wait, other than you did,
Let it rip. Pun intended. But it was just like, it's like, what the? You sit there watching, it's like, what the hell am I watching?
Tony, what do you think of a drag version of the $1.98 beauty pageant?
I hope RuPaul's not watching this. It'll end up on season 17.
I'll send you a link. I think I've already seen it.
Send me the link. I think we have the audience. I think we now have the topic for the next naughty or night. Oh wait, does it involve a particular? Never mind. I think I know.
I don't. Tell me later.
I think it
Oh,
involves.
wait a minute.
Mighty
Is there like this
Joe
famous drag show that's going around, like the worst drag
Young. Oh wait,
show?
hold on, Tony. I think it involves Mighty Joe Young. A baby King Kong. Tony, my phone's in the other room. I can't text you, dear, and I'm not.
All right. We'll discuss it at a later time.
Discuss amongst yourselves.
We're gonna get verklempt.
But anyway.
Oh my
word.
No, but everybody, this Sunday, April 21st,
Yes.
2
the
o'clock
Long
start
Island
time.
Gay Man's Platinum Drag Brunch.
Yeah, going
Going
platinum.
It's
Platinum.
going to be a show not to be missed. I mean, after all, I'm in it.
Yes. And doors open at 1:30. We will be doing, of course, some things don't change in the daytime. We will be serving a full brunch. We are having the great assistant, Greg Barbera, is going to be pinch hitting as always. We also have the assistance of our fearless leaders partner, who is actually the mayor of Manor Haven Village up on the North Shore of Long Island, Nassau County. Mayor Pop is going to be marshaling the buffet.
Wonderful buffet.
Yes, I've seen the menu. I quite like it.
Is Greg preparing the buffet again?
No.
Greg is going to be helping. But Mayor Pop, Bill's partner, is going to be
Bill's husband.
is going to be kind of leading the charge here. He's done this for other events plenty with the fire department and all that. So
we're in good hands.
We are in good hands at Mayor Pop. Just don't get him started talking about politics because the brunch will be 45 minutes late if you do. Because he and I will not bring up any political topics with him until after food is done.
Keep you
I could top that. We could get Toni Homeperm talking about eyeshadow palettes.
Yes, and then the show will become an evening show again by accident. Oopsie doops.
Right
Well,
before.
it'll run into the evening.
Yeah, but so basically 2:00 start, doors open at 1:30. We do try to keep it pretty well on time because
Yes.
um,
Because the VFW likes to remain on time.
yes. And also, friends, remember, this is one of the more affordable bar settings you're going to be able to get into.
Yes.
And these fellows at the VFW, for those of you who do enjoy a tipple, they don't skimp. So
they
do
do
avail
not.
yourself of the opportunity.
And we must implore you to get your tickets before they sell out yet again.
There's about 24 left right now. I would try to snap them up ASAP because if the last 2 or 3 performances are any indication, these will sell out. And it's a wonderful problem to have, I must tell you.
But we always feel bad when we have to turn people away.
I hate
we've had to do it.
Yeah, I hate turning people away, but it's just a wonderful.
So again, we must implore you to please go to the Long Island Gay Man's Chorus website and get your
LIGMC.org on the lovely ticker below.
Right there down below.
Yes.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Indeed.
LIGMC.org.
Make Van emotions here.
And it's going to be a great show if I do say so myself.
Yeah. Well. Yes.
There'll be performances by myself, Toni Homeperm, Danny Schrafel,
with
Tomcat, Stella Virgin, and it's just going to be such fun.
And of course, the boys from the Long Island Gay Men's Chorus.
That's the other cool thing. We'll have some information about our upcoming Pride concerts, the Jukebox Saturday Night series. So we do a couple numbers from
Danny,
that.
maybe you'll come back during our Pride episode.
I would be happy
to talk about the Pride concert.
Yeah, and I think we'll have some cool news with that to come rather shortly. So I think it'd be nice to kind of wrap a whole bunch of things up.
Definitely.
So I think that would be amazing. Do you have room in your schedule to accommodate us, Danny?
Yes, I think so.
I would
like
hope
the executive isn't too much of a knucklehead by that point. We read the papers. My county executive is a very interesting human being. That's all I'm going to say right now. But
I have nothing to say on that. I do not involve myself in politics.
Right. That's why you look.
As a matter of fact,
you age so well, dear.
Politics like the plague.
Yes, it gives you wrinkles.
And
in my case, it also gives me a pension, so I put up with it.
There you have it.
But there are some good. You got to keep your focus on the fact that through those opportunities, you do have an opportunity to do a lot of good. So you got to get to really what it's all about and do service for the people. Insert your own joke here.
Again, it's about that time. So, Danny, if you would indulge us, please. If you would give us, once again, not only all the information where we can about the Drag Brunch online, but also about the Long Island Gay Man's Chorus online. I'd be much obliged.
Thank you. So first up with the Drag Cabaret Brunch, it's at the Sayville VFW on Sunday, April 21st, 2:00 start of the show. Doors open at 1:30. 400 Lakeland Avenue, Sayville. Tickets are $35.
Only $35.
Yeah, I mean, inflation's gotten everybody. We've been
but you know what? You get entertainment. You get a great show. You get a great meal, and you get a moderately priced cash bar.
Yes, and a generous cash bar, might I add. With the concerts, we have a brunch buffet. The raffle prizes from the boys and the businesses in Sayville, I think, are really top notch. We're making the baskets on Saturday, I think. You can get your tickets. There's about 24 tickets left. Get them online at LIGMC.org. You can still pick your seats as you pre-order. So that's another nice thing. You kind of sit with your friends and have so that we don't have the mad dash when the doors open anymore.
Oh, Tony, I need to talk with you about that when we go off the air.
Yes. And so it's tickets are LIGMC.org. Where you can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Long Island Gay Men's Chorus. You can find some information in the next couple days about our Pride concert series, which is June or early middle June. The dates I'm just blanking on right now, but it's a Jukebox Saturday Night series with a lot of great hits from the 50s on to about the 2000s. So a lot of good stuff, a lot of familiar. yeah, a lot of familiar favorites. A lot of stuff to sing along to. It's coming along really nice. And it'll be here before you know it. So the other fun part is we're gonna do a couple of numbers from that as a group at the cabaret. So get a little sneak preview of that.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be fun. And the VFW is such a great venue. They've been wonderful to work with. They're just so easy to work with. Very, very accommodating and helpful. And I think they get a kick out of it too. It's a little something different for them too.
Definitely.
So they get a kick out of it. And yeah,
And there you have it.
there you have it.
And as far as I go, I am the ever so naughty Alexis Flame. I'm Alexis Flame on Facebook. I am the driving force behind Crystal Fire Originals by Alexis Flame. Also on Facebook. Thank you, Toni.
Let's check out the décolletage, folks. Ain't too shabby.
I'm also the Horror Diva on Facebook.
But
I am on TikTok, and if you follow Toni Homeperm, please follow me as well, Ms. Alexis Flame, so that we can bring you naughty or nice on TikTok as well. And as far as my lovely, talented, and nice co-host is Toni Homeperm, just Google Toni Homeperm. She's everywhere.
He's
As
everywhere.
well she should be.
Yes.
Savoir faire is everywhere.
Everywhere.
So is Toni Homeperm. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And please don't forget to get your tickets for this Sunday's event. If we could run the banner one more time.
It's
the
coming.
Chiron
It's
is going
coming.
lovely. And thank you, folks, for having me on, as always.
Oh, Danny, it's always
especially
a
this
pleasure
one's
to
very
have you on the
special
show,
because-
and we'll be looking forward to having
Yes.
you again during
This
our
one's very
episode.
special, and this being here is very special. This drag show is special because I remember very, very well where I was about a year ago, and it's just, listen,
It might have been here, no?
Well, I'm grateful to be well. I'm grateful to be, doing this,
I
and
tell you.
let's
Me
keep it
too.
going.
Me too.
So,
Danny, we love having you on the show.
Thank
We
you.
love
Thank you,
performing
Cora.
for Long Island Gay Man's Chorus. And everybody, don't forget to get your very own Crystal Fire Originals by Alexis Flame. As Toni Homeperm is so graciously and shamelessly modeling, as am I. Everybody, until next time, which will be a week from this coming Thursday, as always, naughty nightmares. Oh, by the way, Danny, we have to ask you,
yes,
are you naughty or are you nice?
well, I always say that I'm good at government nasty, so nice. It is a skill. When you do municipal communications, that can be a great skill. So
Yeah, and that would come under the heading of nice.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
remember, there's nothing really nice about being nice. It's just naughty with a pleasant twist. Until next time, folks. Mwah.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
And we want to see you this Sunday.
Yes, Sunday.
To get your tickets.
Sunday.
LIGMC.org.
Until then, bye-bye now.
Take care, everybody.